The FDA recently released a plan to ban menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars. Right now, approximately 30% of all cancer deaths here in the United States are linked to smoking. Carol McGruder is the founding member of the African American Tobacco Control Leadership Council and is joining us now via Zoom. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So the FDA says that menthol has high rates of use, specifically among children and young adults. What makes these kinds of cigarettes so dangerous to young people?
Well, as my co-chair, Dr. Phil Gardner, says, menthol makes the poison go down easier. So we need to understand that cigarettes are poison, they're toxin, nicotine is addictive, and menthol actually has its own addictive properties along with nicotine. But menthol soothes the throat. It dilates the lungs, the alveoli in the lungs, so that it allows for a deeper inhalation, and it allows for more cell permeability in the lungs. And along with young people that initiate with menthol, because we are about stopping this generation after generation of addiction of these deadly products, are African Americans who have been perniciously targeted by the tobacco industry for decades, with giving away cigarettes to children as young as 9 years old in our urban cities across this country, infiltrating African American media and leadership groups, and just really having a very strategic, prolonged attack on us. And that's why 85% of African Americans who smoke a mentholated tobacco product.
Wow, that's a startling statistic. There's another one as well. About 45,000 Black lives are lost each year due to tobacco use. Now think about that. That number,
yes.
that's people. You know, that's
it's
people
astounding.
in our community. So as a result, would you explain then, Carol, what the FDA's plan includes?
So the plan includes, and so, you know, there are a lot of people talking about this, taking menthol off is going to criminalize our community. But the fact is, in the past 20 years, there have been 1 million Black people who have died from tobacco-induced diseases. And what the FDA is going to do is they're going after the source. So this is about the manufacture and distribution of mentholated tobacco products and little cigars in the United States of America. Our neighbor to the north, Canada, has already done it and implemented and taken these products off the shelves, and they're seeing more menthol smokers have better cessation rates. And the European Union has done it. So it's time for civilized societies that want to stop another generation of addiction with their children. We know that the tobacco industry can't survive if they don't recruit new recruits, because they must replace their customers who die every year from their product. Yeah. So we want to interrupt that, and this is the best way to do it. And it's not the end, it's not magic, it's the beginning of this process. And it's also not done. It takes about 2 years to go through the rulemaking process with the FDA. In the interim, we're encouraging cities, counties, and states to adopt their own legislation and enact it, as the city of San Francisco has done, and many cities across the United States. The state of California has done it. The state of Massachusetts has done it. And so with California, the industry's trying to block it. But we know that California would vote in November and help to lead the way for its other states in this country to do it. But cities and counties can do it. And there's lots of help to help people get these products out of their community right now and not wait on the process.
Considering the fact that, as you noted, this could take as long as 2 years. Your final message then to parents, because so much of this can involve also a conversation that needs to be had at home.
Yes, we have a conversation with parents, is that we know the industry will morph into some new products, as we saw with e-cigarettes. E-cigarettes they're not saving anyone. They're addicting our children who would never have picked up a combustible cigarette. And all this is combined together, and we need to get these flavors, and particularly menthol and little cigars and cigarillos, off the market.
Carol McGruder, thank you for your time this morning. Such an important message for parents.
Thank you. And our website is savingblacklives.org. You can sign up. You don't have to be African American, and we can help you with the process as we move forward and keep you abreast of what's happening, because there are many, many exciting things happening to get these products off, and people want to be a part of that, especially parents.
Another resource. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.